Hi, my name is Damien Connolly from Sakura Business Solutions. So I was having a discussion with a potential client a couple of weeks ago, and we were discussing one of my favorite topics, which is management accounts. See a previous video. And he had a very successful business turning over about £3 million per annum, but they didn't use management accounts. They used the bookkeeping figures they got direct from Xero. And when I asked why a business of his size, with plans to grow the business much, much further, wasn't using management accounts to manage his business, I was quite surprised, because his answer was that he thought the figures in Xero were sufficient for him to manage the business because they told him everything he needed to know, including his profitability on every project. But when we discussed it a little bit more, he didn't really understand what management accounts were and what they showed differently to what numbers straight out of Xero do for him. And so what I essentially explained to him was that if he produces management accounts, these are different to the figures in Xero because they'll take account of adjustments that aren't applicable within Xero. So if you've invoiced something in advance, it appears in Xero, but actually doesn't form part of your profitability. If you've got costs that come in after the month end, they're not going to be reflected in Xero when you run your figures, but actually they are part of identifying whether you've made a profit on that project for that month, for that quarter. And then there are a number of other adjustments that you would make as part of preparing your management accounts so that the pack that you produce tells you what your performance is exactly for that month across those projects. So you can then see clearly how you're performing and whether you're making money, or more importantly, making the money that you should be making in your business. So after that discussion, I was told that I was the first accountant who'd properly explained how management accounts work or how they vary from the figures that come out of Xero in any way that was understandable. So I thought it might be useful just to explain it on this video as well.